Hello everyone, so I'm back and this is my new game that I've developed for the Mini LD 56 competition. The theme, there were actually multiple themes for this competition and you just got to pick whichever themes you want to do. And so the one that I chose was use 4 colors. I guess I cheated a little bit. I picked 4 hues, which are red, green, yellow, and a blue or cyan type color. So within those 4 hues I have varying levels of whiteness. And so another thing that I want to do with this game, aside from only using 4 colors, is to use an entirely Japanese theme using only Japanese text. So the name of this game is Yon no Iro. So you can see from the characters on the title screen, the first one to the left is Yon, which means 4 in Japanese, and the middle character is No. It's kind of like a possessive, like an apostrophe S, and the third character is Iro, which means color. So it basically means the 4th color, or 4 colors. So the whole game uses that theme, and at the bottom here you can see press start to play. When you start, it'll focus in on your main character as a little rabbit guy that I modeled in Blender. It will also say Hajimeru, which means begin. But yeah, it's basically simple controls here. You move around with the keyboard keys, forward, backwards, left, and right. Turn your little rabbit guy there. So totally modeled this guy in Blender and rigged him and everything else. I think he came out pretty good. Then I have these kanji that are spaced out around the level. And when you walk up and touch a kanji, it changes the color of the level. So now you can see it's completely green, and also the shape of the level has changed. So now more room has expanded, so you can see more of the game. So if you go back and you touch this first kanji, and by the way, this is the kanji for fire, I think it's Ka or Kai, it goes back to the original level arrangement. This kanji here is Do or Earth, and it's got a green colored theme to it. And so to progress through the level, I'm going to go up here, and this is the kanji for wind, Kaze. Touch that, it starts spinning, and it changes the level again. It spreads it out a little bit more. So I put a little character in here. I was just playing around with Sculptress. I think it's kind of like a little turtle guy. He doesn't do anything right now, but if I develop this game a little bit further, I'd like to have some enemies and traps and things like that. But right now, he doesn't do anything. You go ahead and progress, and here's the kanji for Mizu, water. And run into that, it starts spinning, then it changes the level again. It totally opens the level all the way up. So to complete a level, and you can see in the upper left hand corner up here it says Rebu, which is level and 0. So basically I just started out with level 0. And to go to the next level, I got a key right here that I modeled in Blender. You click it and it says Katsumono, something like that, which means you're a winner. I'm not sure the exact translation on that. So after you collect the key, you go to the next level, which is a new arrangement. You can see now we're in like a little hallway. You walk to the end of the hall, you collect that kanji, the earth kanji, and changes the layout again. There was also an optional theme for this Mini LD, which was dizzy, and I think this game probably could make you a little bit dizzy with the continually changing layout of the levels, because one way you're walking one way at one time, now you're going back the other way to escape. And as you can see here, I added a few light effects. I think this is a spotlight, and I actually used Unity again for this, for the game development, and Playmaker. So Playmaker makes it really easy to spin objects. You just basically click on your object and you add an FSM to it, and in the init state you just say rotate, and you specify the y-axis in world coordinates, and you give it a degree number, how many degrees you want something to spin in a second, and that's all you need to do. And then you just add a trigger to it, and it'll start spinning. So there's the second key. So I only have 3 levels to this game currently. This is the last level that I've developed. And this level has a little bit of altitude to it. I actually created all of these levels in Blender. I just had a plane, I extruded up the level format, and I created 4 different level formats for each stage. So whenever you click on something, they'll change the format. And so like when I click that guy, run into that kanji right there, it'll open up the next little staircase. And you just keep walking around, you collect all these little kanji until you get to the final key. Some improvements I need to make. I think the gravity needs to be tweaked a little bit, because you can notice he's a little bit floaty when you go over these humps. It's kind of like walking on air there, so I need to figure out what's going on there. And over here is the final key. And you go and you click that key, and it's like, yay! It says arigato gozaimasu, thank you very much. I don't know how to say for playing, but just use thank you very much. By the way, all those little kanji that you have to walk through to activate, those I actually modeled those in Blender as well. You have to actually pick a specialized font in Blender to actually get those kanji to display. I think it has to be like a TTC format font file, and then you can type your kanji in there. Then I just converted those kanji. I added a little bit of depth to them, which you can do through the font panel. After you add the text object, you go into the font panel and you can extrude it out or add a little bit of depth to it, and that'll give that font a 3D look. And then you go back out into your object mode and you do an Alt-C, and then you can convert that font into a mesh. So that's how I added those little things. The bunny, I just basically rendered him out using a guide. I'll actually be posting a time-lapse video of me creating this game over the course of 2 days, and so you can see all the tools that I used. I used GarageBand for composing all the music, and used GIMP as usual. The way I was able to get the different coloring effects of the level, basically I just created a texture, a 1024 by 1024 texture in GIMP, and I just did a GUI texture overlay on top of the game world. And that texture, I set the transparency to 50%, so it gives that, it gives enough of an image to see the world through that overlay of that color. So I'll be posting a video soon. Be sure to check it out, and hopefully I'll be able to work on this a little bit more soon. Maybe add some more puzzles, maybe add some enemies, maybe add some collectibles. Those are all things I would definitely like to add to this game. So until next time, thanks for watching.